Hey guys, Fitz here, Castile TV. I just wanted to drop in and share some of my feelings about this whole Philando um, Castile situation. Unfortunately, the cop was found not guilty. Not shocker, not surprised. Um, I literally been thinking about this all day at work, and I just kind of like let me hurry get home so I can just get this off my chest. Um, so if you guys can remember, his girlfriend Diamond recorded the situation that had happened. During the recording, he was already shot. Philando, he was already shot in the passenger seat, and you know she pretty much was just having like a discussion or a back and forth with the police officer. He was all irate, and he said that. Philando had reached for a gun or reached for something. Pretty much he was saying he shouldn't have reached. And she was like, you told him, he told you that he had his permit for his gun. He wanted you to let you know that, he had a weapon on him. And in turn, I guess fires were shot. He was shot with their daughter in the back seat. This all took place on Facebook Live. She recorded it and tried to stay as calm as possible. And I do think it was for their daughter. But here we are, sometime later, and we find out that the cop is found not guilty. Here, where there is a video of the discussion that happened. We're not really privy to usually having this type of audio and video to see exactly what was said. But in this case we were. But somehow still the jurors decide not to come back with a guilty verdict for this cop. For me, it's the problem that I'm having and with understanding. First of all, media coverage had died down. I had forgot all about this case. I had saw this case come across. First one was all live. We all talked about it. And when the verdict came in, it was here and there. But it wasn't everywhere like how when the case first happened. So I didn't even it didn't dawn on me it was the same case. So when I read that was not guilty or they had let the police officer off, I didn't even worry about the name. I didn't realize that this was this case. That was so clear to me that somebody should have paid for this. Because regardless not if you felt like, regardless not if the scenario was that he was reaching for a gun, do you really think the way things have been for black African American men particularly, and for people of color, period. I don't want to just say down, I don't want to talk about sex or gender. The way things have been, you'll think that we are very, 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 we were raised to kind of know not to act a certain way with police. So you really think in this environment, somebody's going to reach for a gun and try to, with their daughter in the seat? Do you really think that somebody's going to do that with their 4-year-old daughter in the seat? You really think somebody's going to endanger their lives, their love, their daughter's life, and their girlfriend's life? Doesn't make sense. So I tend to believe that he was reaching for his permit. It really just drains you. It really makes you feel like, well, America just does not care about us. Police officers do not care about us. How are we supposed to feel when something like this happens, where it's blatantly clear that the police officer did something wrong and took a life? This isn't just an unwarranted ticket, or this isn't an impound of a car. This is somebody's life. And let's go a step further. His 4-year-old daughter was in the car. That's the point. That's another thing. Like, it's beyond. It's beyond. Beyond the death of him, which is sad and hurtful. But you have to think this is going to affect generations. This is beyond just the black people as us as a whole. This is going to stick with this young lady's life, and this will be in her head forever. She's only 4 years old right now, or maybe she may be 5 or 6, because it's been a while since the case started. she's gonna remember that. She was in the car when those shots were fired. She was in the car to watch her father take his last breath over a traffic stop. For me, I just don't understand. I just don't see how it's possible for anybody, regardless of what color you are, to allow the police officer to get off with nothing. With nothing. I understand that you may not want to say murder. You may not, because I don't think who knows? Nowadays, shit, I was about to say, I don't think he went there with the intent. But who knows? The way things are right now, I truly can lean towards police officer actually going to the intent. They feel so intimidated of us. They're going to go into a situation with a black person with intent to cause harm. Deadly harm, if need be. So, from all I want to say to my people is, guys, just continue to just be great. Continue to push and fight and stand for things. Let's not forget about him. Let's not, we want to be upset. We want to go crazy. But we can't do that. Shit. Let's just push through. And I don't even know if that's in the right thing. Honestly, guys, you guys have to help me with this, because I'm really just like, part of me is like, okay, let's not go crazy, let's not riot, let's not do that. But then the other side of me is like, fuck this, because this is time and time and time and time again that we get not only killed but then spit on. I just don't understand. For me as I'm 28 years old. These last couple years have been the worst years. That as far as this, I don't remember it ever being as bad as it is today. Yes, it always has been racism, and yes, maybe it was undercover, but these killing of the police and stuff. That the biggest thing I can remember is fucking Rodney King, back when being a child, and I didn't understand what was going on at that time. Yes, my parents did teach me how to handle and conduct myself, in a certain manner with police officers. They did, and I was able to connect that because, yes, I'm black. But I never thought it would come a day to where it reminds me of before the Civil Rights Movement and during the Civil Rights Movement, to where they just don't give a fuck about us. And that just bothers me to my core. It's to the point where I can't even shake it. And like I said, I was at work today and I just was like, I gotta talk about this. I gotta get this off my chest, because I don't know what else to do. And I think there's so many people that we all of us feel like this. What else are we supposed to do? It is not about. This officer wasn't a white man, from what I can tell. He seemed like he maybe was from Hispanic or something like that. You guys correct me below. So it's not about the white cop killing the black guy. This is just about it being what is right. This is about it being what is fair and what he is due and his honor of his life. This guy used to work for a school. Okay, so clearly he wasn't no type of thug. He wasn't no type of, usually people, they do background checks and stuff like that. Like that, not to say that it's not possible, but I don't believe that he literally had his gun on him because of, I'm gonna do, I got something to do. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like it was like a form of, because he's a thug selling drugs, something like that. The police officer said that he smelled marijuana. Fine, but is that worth his life? Is that worth his life? There's nowhere, or during this time, there was never a gun pulled out, fired from the victim. That wasn't, so I don't understand. And in the video, she sounded, because he was still kind of alive there during the video. So I don't think she had time to move a gun and put it back in his pocket. If he had one on him, which he probably did. I mean, he put out his permit, so I'm sure he probably had one on him. Or was trying to. So I don't believe this bullshit of him trying to pull out a gun. It's just so sad. And it's just so sad they see us as a threat. And I'm here to tell every person that's not of my race, we are just trying to live on this earth and be who God meant for us to be. That's it. If you guys threatened by us, call. You need to start praying to your ancestors, because if y'all threatened by us, that's probably why. Because all the hurt you guys done to us and all those things that we have been through as a people due to the hands of your people, that's probably why you're threatened by us. Because honestly, people that are innocent are being killed for no reason, because they're a threat. When he's sitting there in his car and you ask him to pull out a piece of paper, he try to pull out, and you shoot him. I just don't understand that. And to the juror that was on this case, I don't even know what to say to y'all. I don't know how you can justify it. I don't know how you can feel like somebody should not have to pay for it. But I hope you guys find peace in your decision, because this is another ongoing thing that's going to happen again and again and again and again until we start making examples. And this was a prime time to make an example of somebody out of somebody that was wrong, out of a police officer that's there to protect, but in turn ended up harming and taking a life. So that's all I wanted to get off. I'm everywhere with it, because I'm so like angry, but then I'm sad, and I'm just like, my emotions are everywhere, guys. So guys, please comment below. Tell me, what do you guys do to get through this, or what do you guys do to get through this time and this feeling? Because I'm sure every person of color, and maybe my brothers and sisters are not of color, that have a conscience, clearly may feel the way I feel. So can you all please just get it down below and just let me know, what do you guys do to get through these trying times that we are living in? And I don't know what else to say. I guess make sure you guys subscribe, like I said, comment. Tasha will be back. I didn't even tell her I was doing the video, but she'll be back Friday, or we may do it Friday or Saturday. But all right, guys, I'm out. Bye.